morning, it's the Make Place. It's Josh. I want to try to make a Labubu today, a Lafufu, I think they call them if they're fake. So we're going to make a 3D pen Labubu. We're going to try to anyway. I don't know how we'll go. I was looking at this little guy and I thought I could probably make that. So we'll 3D pen the shape. We'll try to do it quick, use a trick to build up the shape as fast as we can, and then add some fur, try to paint it, and we'll see how this video ends up. If you've got a few minutes, come along, let's make something. We need to build a round shape for the head, a couple of ears, a body with some cute little arms and feet. What we're going to do is try to 3D pen the whole shape. We'll use a scribed pen, and then we'll just add some fur over top and see if we can come up with something that kind of looks like a Labubu. I think it's going to look a little bit evil. Most of my stuff usually looks a bit rough because I'm not trying to make things perfect, but to see if I can make things. So anyway, let's see how we go with this Labubu today. I'll try to keep the video short, so I'll just speed all the footage up and hopefully we can have a finished product. Thanks for coming to another video. Please give me a like and a subscribe. It's the first month of my channel. Still new, still fresh, and still need a lot of friends. So yeah, thanks to anybody that has subscribed. For anyone new to the channel, I'm going to be working with a scribed 3D. I'm going to work at 200 degrees today, keep things moving nice and quick. I've got my slider set up to fast, so that means, yeah, we'll be working as fast as we can with this 3D pen to build this little guy. I'm also just going to work with red because I've got a lot of it to use, and I'm going to end up covering up what we make anyway. After working with the 3D pen for a while, I've figured out one of the best ways to start building the shape is to just get some old paper. Just bunch up a bunch of paper. You see there? If I just get an idea of the kind of form that we want, then I'll just trace around this with the pen, and I'll show you that. We can really quickly start to see our idea come to shape. And if I just take my time to trace around that shape, it's okay if it's not exactly the form you want, because you're going to be able to manipulate it after. Even if you just use that to draw half of your shape, then remove the paper, you can sort of start to get working quickly. That's all this is going to do for you. Help you start to see what you're making and if it's going to work. Yeah, so things don't need to be really accurate at this point, but take your time if you want. I'm rushing things to try to get a video done today. You know, spend a bit more time if you want. I need to now just do the same thing for this head. We'll screw that up. They've got a pretty big head, these Labubus, so we'll try to keep the form true, and then we can always just add the ears later and add the details. Yeah, anyway, it should be a pretty quick make. I've got a bit of this sort of fake fur stuff that will stick over top of our print, and then we can color it up, I guess, if we want, or just keep it white. I'll just be impressed if I can get anything that looks kind of this shape. I don't even know if Labubus are cool anymore. I bought this way back when I liked the look of it because I like making things, and I thought this is a cute little guy, and then it went crazy. I think they support a lot of artists, and I'm a big fan of any company that does that. Let's make our Lafufu. Can you start to see what I see? It's really rough, and it's supposed to be rough because I've rushed it, and we're only a few minutes into the make, but we're, you know, if you can't get to a Pop Mart store, you can't pick up a Labubu, you want to make your own, this is what you do. And it's a bit rough, but then it gets there. I reckon the first prototype of this was pretty rough as well. All right, let's just bring these ears in while I'm here. To do that, I'm just going to let the 3D print dangle down just a little bit, just using gravity. So look, now that you've got that dangling, you can just fold this one over and sort of start to give you the position of those ears that you want. Everything can be really, really rough at this point, and it should be, because you're working with hot plastic. This is what we've got to work with, and this is where we're going. So I think you can start to see what we're doing, hopefully. And if not, stick with me. It's time to take this hard plastic thing into something soft and cuddly like that guy. So I've got a bunch of stuff. It's always nice to have a bunch of stuff when you're making. And I wasn't sure what colour to go with, but I think I've decided to go for a nice chocolatey brown Labubu, Lafufu, a furry brown Labubu bear. Okay, so very quickly, very roughly, a couple of feet shapes in roughly the same sort of position. Alright, just adding the arms. We've nearly got our little bit of a... It's really rough form again, like I always make, but that's okay. It's a Lafufu, it's not supposed to be an official product, so that's okay. I'm okay with how rough it looks. I just wanted to see if I could do this, and I think it's gonna come together. We'll do these cute little arms. We're just gonna coat it in some glue then, and finish things up with some fur. And then we'll work on the face and try to bring the personality together. And it's been a fun make again. If you've come along for the journey, please, if you've enjoyed what you've watched, give me a like. And if you want to subscribe, I'm trying to do this as often as possible. And it's only been a month since I've started, so it really helps if anybody comments or gives me any likes or anything at all to just interact with the channel. Helps me so much. Thank you. Okay, so you can see this rough shape, and it's just attempting to kind of mimic what we've got here, and it sort of does. Once we give that some fur, attach a head, you know, I think that's the first time there that I can sort of see a similar shape going on. Potentially the same animal. I'll work a little bit harder, a little bit faster, and try to get this done. Okay, there we go. We've got a dangly keychain for our head, at least a way to attach it. I didn't have a longer one, but yeah, probably use a slightly longer one. All right, well, it's time to get furry. I'm going to try to stick this down and see how we go here. Trim your fur as you need to sort of fit that around your piece, and then we'll come back and have a look how it all looks together. So you can just sort of cut little bits out and stick them in place. Again, we're not trying to do anything perfect on this channel. We're just trying to make something funny, something awesome, something a bit crazy. And yeah, I think this is a bit crazy. I mean, I'm having a laugh. So it's just a bit of cleanup to do now. We've got to paint those. I don't know, we could keep the figures. We could keep the arms and legs, face all red, or we could paint them. I do want to paint them. I was only using the red filament because it shows up well on camera, and I had it sitting around. We need to clean a lot of it up, but you can see, can you see a Labubu there? It's crazy. Are they brothers? I'm going to finish it up anyway. We've got a lot of work to do on the face. So I think I'll paint all the features on and clean things up with the soldering iron. Anyway, a bit of fun. It's a bit crazy. Alright, I've still got some work to do, but I've sort of stuck everything together. I'll try to clean up the face, the legs, the features, the hair, basically everything. But I really wanted to keep the video short, rush it together, show you what's possible. And I think I've done that. You can absolutely spend a lot more time on your Lafufu, and I really encourage you to. But, you know, I'm happy with this little guy. He's a bit demented, a bit weird. That's how I like all my art to be. Thanks for coming along on this make. I'll rush through the rest of this and hopefully put up a still image or show you what this comes up like at the end. Come along and subscribe if you want to see me make some more crazy stuff. I'll see you next time on the Make Place. Bye.